Welcome back, my fellow duplicants, to Oxygen Not Included. Today I've got some more Mere Madness for you, and today I'm going to be finishing up sort of the thing that we started a couple episodes ago, which is these automated incubators down here. The other half of the situation that we're not handling just yet has to do with controlling the eggs that come out over here, because we want to be able to automatically take the eggs and then process them down here so that my dupes aren't running eggs all over the place. And that way they can kind of hatch, turn into food if I don't need them, or kind of just go up here and run through the incubator again if I do. So what are the things that I need to control? Well, the first one, like I said before, is the eggs. We need to be able to take those, and the easiest way to handle something like an egg is to actually just have them in a puddle like this. And if they hatch and we have nowhere for them to go, then they will just, drown and turn back into food. All right, so right down here is where I think I'm going to handle this. The important thing is that the dupes can't reach the eggs. It is only my automated equipment that can do so. Because right now, my dupes can reach the eggs, therefore they keep coming up here and adding more and more to the incubators, which is kind of a problem. So let me see if I can figure out a blueprint real quick that'll work. Now, one thing that I actually did a while back was I created this video called the Automated Critter Recycler. And what it is basically the critters fall in here and then they'll get trapped and drowned in a little bit of water. So that is something that I'll build. But that's only for if we have extra critters down here or somewhere and we need to deliver them and just kind of get rid of the extras. All right, so if I just figure this out down here. So if I put one down and then we go down 4 spots, making this the top, with no way to get down, the dupes should not be able to reach down there and grab it, which is good, right? The auto sweeper can actually just kind of drop that egg right there, and if there's a little bit of water down there, then the critter will evolve into meat. And at that point I could just put a little bit of a loader down here and take the meat and store it over here like this. Boom. Now let's just put the auto sweeper up here just to kind of see what kind of space or range we have. You see, the thing is, this auto sweeper has to be down right down here if it wants to be able to reach the bottom, because one of the other things that I want to do is if I need to take an egg out of here, like I'm completely empty on critters. This is kind of like a buffer zone. If I'm completely empty, I want to be able to actually take an extra egg out of here and then run it up into the incubator automatically. So I think what I need down here is just a couple of conveyor loaders right there. So one is for food and the other is for an egg if I send an automation signal to it. No, it'll automatically load. No, the thing is, it'll automatically load, but it won't ship it out. So what I need to do is actually take that and hide it behind a door. So if I do this number right here, you see the auto sweeper won't be able to see through this door right up there. And therefore I can control the door of whether or not I want to take eggs out of the thing below it. All right, I think that's a valid concept. Might just work. Let's go ahead and start planning it out right over here. Speaking of other things that are going on here, hey, look, we have some smooth hatches now. Look at those guys. Look at how happy they are. And based on your guys' advice, I did take aluminum out of here. So now it's just iron and copper ore, and that's what I'm processing there. So what I should be getting on the outflow of this is actually that. Oh, and the other thing that we were talking about based on your guys' comments was the idea that the eggs should be on a different line. That way I don't have to worry about trying to filter them out over here. And that'll make that just a little bit, well, then all I got to worry about is just what is being loaded onto this thing, which actually, since that can reach that and that can reach that, and this can reach both of those, then I really don't need a conveyor loader there. I can just kind of move that. So the eggs will actually ship out on a completely different line. So I can just deconstruct these conveyor rails here, and then we'll ship it off to the right. So this way I can get to the pips as well, because these pips are kind of in a weird spot. Can't entirely reach every spot of the pip. So, here's kind of an interesting idea. If I disable, like, the grooming station, which it does have an automation signal to it, if I don't need more materials, like, is that like a legitimate idea? That's a weird one. But that way I could keep from overproducing the amount of copper or iron ore that I need, because the critters would become glum and therefore their metabolism would be reduced. I mean, that might work. I've never tried it. All right, so we've got the fish over here. This poor guy's got to move. You see, there is a fish trap. There's a modded piece of equipment for dealing with fish. I think you could actually, like, fish them? Don't have it though. Hey, look at this. My dupes completed all the automation up there. Good job, dupes. And to get to copying settings. All right, here we go. All right, so now that I have that, what I need is a spot for extra critters that I might have running around that actually just kind of, I need to get rid of them. So if I take this guy and I put it right here, this is a blueprint based on a video that I did, which is automated critter recyclers. So basically what they'll do is they'll come into this contraption here, and then they'll get stuck right down here. And as the water comes up, then they evolve into food as well. Lurda, lurda, lurda. Meep. Yeah, you got the idea. All right, so just about to finish that up. What I want to do here, which is a bit of a change from what I did last time, is rather than running solid tiles like this, I'm actually going to run airflow tiles. The reason I'm running airflow tiles is because they're straight up indestructible when it comes to liquid pressure. I could just run metal tiles as well. I mean, that's basically the same thing, but oh my gosh, there's so many critters back here. It just goes off the screen. Super Meep, how you doing over here? Man, dude, you are really collecting quite the shine bugs, aren't you? There are just shine bugs everywhere. Let's go in here and sweep things up real quick, and then we can start to add the water back to this. There we go. And go down here and suppress the notifications. There we go. We don't need those. What we do need is just a little bit of water over here. Doesn't even have to be water. It could be other things as well, but Meep. All right, so now we also need a little bit of a bottle emptier right there with a pneumatic door just to kind of separate the two. That way this is a separate area. And that means I can use a critter drop off. There's eggs and everything just flying everywhere in this base. And this too will have a similar setup, but without that, this is just going to be for food. Right up there. Which means we need a shipping thing, which I can't do just yet. We need a little bit of water over here. And then I'll put a shipper right down there. Which means we probably need some more water. Let's go ahead and we have some around here. We just gotta mop it up. There you go. Or I could use salt water. There's enough of that around. You know what? Let's do that. Let's just put a pitcher pump right down here. Chances are I'm gonna get rid of this line down here because it's just so close to volcanoes and everything that's going on. Oh, and this down here, man, look at that. 300 kilograms of carbon dioxide. And these tanks over here, which are still waiting for more gas, has now disabled these extra doors here. So they're not running unnecessarily. No, shovel, you don't belong there. All right, so rather than water, we'll use salt water. So I'm just gonna flip this automation here and make sure I get the right amount of liquid down there. We don't want too little. Now next to this, I think I'm going to have a new fish pond here. We do have a lot of fish over there. They don't really need a deep spot in order to be there, so there goes Sweepy again. Sorry, dude. How far did you fall this time? Sweeps! Sweeps, you're all the way at the bottom. Oh, I see. You just came down here to pick up salt water for me. Thanks, bud. Just helping out. How many critters do I have in this base? Oh my goodness, look at the wild. 171 and tame 119. Meanwhile, Super Meep over here is just endlessly making more and more shine bugs. Dude. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot about your skills here. There you go. You're now Mechatronics Engineer. Fantastic. New hat for you. Panda, you are a super doctor. Advanced medical care. How about that? Looks like we might be dealing with a little bit of stress. Yeah, looks like that. Not really cooking up the good food right now. That's pretty much why I'm seeing some stress go up. All right, so I have a little bit of an experiment I want to run here. And if I put a conveyor rail element sensor here, right? So we detect something, and then I put the chute right there, will that just work? You know, without using the conveyor shutoff. I have a feeling it will work, but we'll find out. All right, so once we crank up the priority on this stuff here, should be able to get her done. Then I can take the extra eggs, load them in here, drop them out there. I'm also quite curious to see what we have down here at the middle of the map. There's some sort of like super geyser right here in between everything. At least that's what I'm imagining. Like a double volcano or something. Or maybe it'll be a slush geyser or something that I can actually make use of. One thing I could use is a bit more water. And I actually have quite a bit of water right here. I'm a little afraid to open it up and start running all of it, but because we got salt water up there. Yeah. All right, just a little bit more water over here. I think that'll be good. It's probably, I think, one more run over here, and then I'll turn that off. And then I'll work on connecting this. My poor power grid really needs to be redone. Whoa! All right, next thing is I have this one right here that I'm going to plug in, and this is where we'll get a little bit of meat out of there. I can go ahead and disable that. We don't need that anymore. Let's get rid of that one. Oh my gosh, there's a lot over there. Now I need an auto sweeper, and that's going to go right here. See, it can't reach the loader there because of the door. Maybe I'll bump the door to the right, I don't know. Whatever. Non-issue. But I will have to get rid of the ladder here. So we can go ahead and get rid of that. Otherwise the dupes can get down on the ladder and they can actually reach down a little bit further. Okay, so now we should be ready to bring in some critters here. This is going to look for anything edible in this area, so I should be able to pick it up from down here, load it there. Same sort of thing with this one, which is also just running over here into the food locker. So if I go over here and I start to wrangle up my extra critters, then they should be delivered over here. Now the reason they're going to be delivered over here, now the thing that I'm doing here with my priorities is kind of important. The stuff inside of my ranches are higher priority. Also the stuff inside of the incubators are only looking for the baby critters. So the adults can actually be wrangled and delivered wherever they need to go. So they will go down here if there's an open spot. Otherwise they will go down here. And if the extra eggs are accounted for, right, so that dupes can't reach them, then I shouldn't end up with too much up here because the critter sensor is going to keep these incubators from being loaded. So what I'm using here is I'm actually just dropping these eggs down, and then I kind of have this loader right here. This loader is going to be looking for critter eggs. Right now, I only want to sort certain ones because I'm just kind of feeling the thing out. So I'm going to go with a hatchling egg. Should take that and automatically load it into the loader, which is then going to deliver them right there. I guess technically I could just put the fish over here as well, couldn't I? And I don't need this spot. So then I bring in the stone hatch egg, just like so. So there we go, bunch of eggs all over there now. Let's just try something. I'm gonna set that for coal and have this look for coal and see if it comes out of this conveyor chute or if it passes over and goes out that one. I think it'll work. Hey, there we go. Our first hatch is over here. Now what I do here is I set this to be above 0, just like that. That opens it up. The hatch jumps in. Oh no, I'm stuck. And just like this, it's now underwater. And just like we have over here, ooh, you can see that I don't have quite enough water. So I gotta make some adjustment over here. However, look at the little critters over there. They're gonna turn into food. And there we go. Barbecue. Or soon to be barbecue. Alright, so I did just find out that fish can easily swim inside of salt water. They don't mind it at all. So I should be able to bring the fish eggs in here as well. Oh man, there's gonna be a lot of critters in here. Just need a little bit more water. Nyron, you're sparkling, dude. Look at how happy he is. Alright. There we go. We'll just put that right there. That'll work. Just need, I think, one more bottle and that'll be enough. So since, oh man, look at all the critters. Oh man. Hey, look at the hatch. About to have a real bad day. My dupes are hungry. So am I, though. Oh, there we go. There goes the food. And now the water falls down. And how did the salt water fall out of my machine? That's impressive. Let's not worry about that. There we go. Goes a little bit of food. A couple of more critters. Mmm, delicious. There we go. They fall in. The water's going up. Nice. There goes even more critters. How many stone hatches do I have? Oh, gosh. But there goes the barbecue. And it looks like the water's doing just fine. Just had a weird moment there. Probably because the water was falling on it while I was, you know, trying to run it or whatever. Even more food. Boom. Yeah, that's working real good. All right, so now just to test this conveyor thing, you see I have coal and salt, and then I have the automation, the element sensor right there hooked up to the conveyor chute via just a teeny tiny little wire right there. So the only thing that I should get down here in this test is coal. Everything else is coming out on the right. Ha! That's pretty cool. How many critters do I have over here? Well, the number's gone down a little bit, so that's good. And you know what? If we take this critter egg, yeah, and I do a fry egg and all of that, then I could just bring that over there. All right, so I don't really need this thing. However, that is a way to kind of sort out material, so something like that I'll probably use. Bring it over here, sort it into its various different materials and store them up. Just for the sake of knowing what you have. That would be kind of cool. You know what? I think that would actually be better than having like a spot where you can't reach and some sort of vending machine that you pull out of. Ideas. Ideas for the automated storage retrieval system. All right, so some critters are kind of getting lost right here. I can actually just go ahead and leave that door open. I think that'll be all right. Yes, food. All right, so how are we doing up here? 7 of 7, good. 3 of 3. 6 of 7. Oh my gosh, look at all of the shine bugs. What do we got for pips? Too many. Probably because an egg is in there. Or because we're not auto-wrangling it. Oops, what are you doing? Oh, hold up. We got one too many doors in there. And then up here, what do we have? 0, 0. Technically 1 inside of the incubator. Because it's detecting the egg. Ha! That's cool. So it seems as if things are working as intended there. All right, so now on to the question that I've been wondering about. What is down here? Oh, that sounds like a volcano. Dun, 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 dun. Meep, what do we have behind all of this material down there? Nothing. Lack of oxygen. Man, look at how nice this power grid looks. Look at that. That's nice. All right, Meep, show me some good stuff. Come on. Nope. It's holding its secrets, isn't it? Oh, a copper volcano. Okay. Well, I was right about it being a volcano, but who gets this one? Well, we'll have to think about it and figure that one out. But at any rate, that's all I got time for today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Oxygen Not Included. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar out. All right, so welcome to the dupe debrief. I kind of realized that I didn't show you the automation for the auto critter thing here. So what this is there's a critter sensor, and if that is above 0, then that runs to a NOT gate, sends out a green signal to these. And the same sort of thing is that a duplicate motion sensor is here, so if a dupe gets in there, it doesn't run. So that's just the automation, just a couple of buffer gates, 5 seconds right there. This does tie in to a comment that was right down here from Clown, and that is, what about using the new signal abilities of... So while I didn't understand exactly that, I did start thinking, you know what? There's probably a different way to run a door compressor than what we got going on here. All right, so that sparked up a little idea. Let's see if this works. Let me just enable it real quick. Now, if I take a manual airlock like this, right? And we do, actually, let's do it like this. Get rid of that, and then right down here, I've noticed some people actually using weight plates. Interestingly enough, because they... So, if we do this number right here, we can get the doors to cycle open and close, just like that. Somehow, somewhere in my brain was like, hey, when I read that comment, this is what I saw. I don't know why. And then that one comes out, does its number. And then this one goes over here. All right, so this is interesting. Door opens, door opens, door opens, door closes, closes, closes. Wait a minute, what if we just do this? What? What? That works? Huh. Now, here's the cool thing about this one. If I decide to give it some juice, it should run even faster. And I don't have to change anything because it's not based on timers. So now, let's just put a little sensor over here just to see what it is. See that number right there? It keeps going up. We're seeing 3-1, 3-3, 3-6, 3-8. So I'm not exactly sure how I got from the new signal abilities of the vents to that. But you know what? Inspiration can come from just about anywhere. Quick question. Why are you compressing CO2? It actually won't destroy the walls. It's more of a liquid pressure thing. As far as I understand. I don't think gas pressure actually damages walls at all. I can prove it to you. Let's just take a look at that real quick. If I go in here and I say oxygen, and we give this the mass of a whole lot. Let's go with 1. There we go, 1,000,000 kilograms of oxygen inside of there. And you can see there is an incredible amount of oxygen in that one spot. And it's staying inside of there. Matter of fact, we just keep adding more. If we play the game slow, does it stick around? Yes. What if we hyperspeed it? Seems to be holding together. Oh, no, there you go. Hyperspeed will mess you up. There were a few comments talking about having issues with 3-door compressors. So, yeah, let me just do this real quick. This is a little bit different. I don't know if I've yet to really test this design all that much. Okay, so here's what's up. See, this door here runs so quick. Watch this. If we add a filter gate to the end of that, then it should be a whole lot more safe. So if we just do that number real quick, just to slow it down by, let's say, 1 second. And we paint in 1,000,000 kilograms of oxygen. Yeah, see, that's... If we watch this in slow motion here, which is basically normal speed. So door 1, door 2 opens, door 1 closes, door 2 is still open, door 3 opens. So I think the timing there is a little bit more safe. All right, so now let's go ahead and flip these and see what happens here. So far everything's holding together just fine. See that we're actually increasing the amount of oxygen we have up top. You can see the oxygen flowing in right there. Boof. Boof. And then that's what you get right here with a couple of doors. All right, let's see if this one survives without the filter gate while being plugged in. All right, ultra speed. Yeah, look at that. See? There we go. All right, well, that's all I got time for today. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Oxygen Not Included. Have a great day, guys. Stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar out.